Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. And welcome back. Good to see you live on Saturday afternoon. So, here are some practical communication tips I'm going to give you today, which can help you to structure your thoughts well. Now, this is a very, very common problem from leaders to working professionals to people who are freshers or you come from vernacular background. uh, you want to speak something in a meeting, but you feel that your senior is superior and you can't speak. You're in a lab room working in R&D. You're doing your project. Um, the project is delayed again. Your boss comes and asks you a question. You are worried. You don't know how to answer. You are confused, or you feel you are inferior. The other person is superior. And there are times you come from vernacular medium and you can't structure your thoughts. What would you do? So, I'm going to give you some practical tips which can really, really help you to structure your thoughts very well. I do this in most of my sessions, which I do from IT professionals to leaders to CEOs to R&D specialists and even financial organizations. How do you really, really structure your thoughts? Structuring your thoughts is something like get up in the morning, you open your wardrobe, you dress up, you want to go to work, and it's a messy wardrobe. You're confused what you want to wear, you don't know. If your wardrobe is organized, you know what to wear. Maybe you can choose that t shirt, jeans, or that dress, or sari, whatever. The same way, you get into your kitchen in the morning for breakfast, and maybe it's a messy kitchen, or there are too many ingredients. You don't know which one to choose from. You're confused. What do? You just don't know where you land or what do you do for your breakfast, and it does take time. The same way you open files and your laptop. In fact, this has happened with me also. If too many files on our laptop, we waste a lot of time in opening which is the right one. Now, why I'm giving you these examples, because exactly the same way is how your brain works. In today's world, there is so much of communication we are bombarded with, we are given, that we don't know which one to choose, what is right, what is wrong. At the same time, our thoughts, you come from English medium school, it is easy to pronounce and speak English. But in India, again, there's diversity. There are more than 90 languages, and we all master different dialects of mother tongue. And then when we have to think in English, it's very difficult to structure our thoughts. So, what do we do at this point of time? How do we structure? And what is it that we can do so that it can really, really help us? Here are some tips to structure your thoughts, which I am sharing with you right now. Four methods. The first and my most favorite method is called PrEP framework. Point, reason, example, point. Point means state your main idea. Even if you go for an extempo round or an interview, explain the main point. Explain the reason. Why does that really matter to you? Example, give evidence or story. And again, point, restate to reinforce that particular point. For example, in a meeting room, the point is we should adopt hybrid work permanently. Maybe someone mentioned, so you repeat the same point. I also agree that we should adopt hybrid work and saves cost. For example, in the pilot, hybrid teams delivered projects 20% faster. And then you go back to the point. So, hybrid work should become our standard model. It's best for meetings, for debates, for questioning, answering, interviewing. It works brilliantly, even in an extempore. So, anything asked to you, use this method called PrEP. I'll give you one more example on health. Someone says, how important is health? Should we really prioritize health? Point. We must prioritize health. Reason, because energy drives performance. For example, when I walk daily, my productivity improved 20% more. And point. That's why staying healthy is non negotiable. Hope you're getting this idea and it's really, really helping you. Now, for leaders, there is one method which I also really, really admire and like to use called what? So what? Now what? Now, this is like a reflective framework. What? State the fact or the situation. So what? Explain why does it really matter. Now what? Give actions or implications. Why do you imply? For example, what? Our customers' churn increased by 15% last quarter. So, this is alarming because it shows dissatisfaction and impacts our revenue. Now, what? We need to launch a retention strategy with personalized follow ups. Is it really, really helpful? Yes, it is. So, what? So, what? Now, what? A beautiful framework. You can use it and let me know in the comments how did you really use it at work in the coming week and what was the response that you got. Do share in the comments. There's one more method I will talk about, which is called rule of three. Now, when I say rule of three, a very, very popular formula to explain your sales, to talk about three secrets, which I use in my webinar, or 3 points. So, because a power of three is so powerful that people really remember. Structure your content into three clear points. Brain loves traits and it works beautifully. Keep simple, memorable, and powerful. Point one, if there's a presentation on leadership, why is leadership important? Leaders listen more than they speak. Two, leaders create clarity in chaos. Three, leaders inspire actions with stories. So this works again beautifully for speeches, presentations, leadership talks. So these are some of the frameworks I believe you should use and it will create a great impact. Let me give you one more. PSB, another favorite formula called PSB, which is point, solution, and benefit. Point, define the pain points clearly. Solution, present your idea and the approach. Benefit, show the outcome or the impact. Problem, employees spend 2 hours daily searching for files. Solution, we'll implement a central knowledge hub. And the benefit is this saves 10 hours per week per employee. So, again, you're giving a problem, you're saying a solution, and then there is a benefit to that. So, this can be used for persuasive communication, the proposals, and pitching ideas. So, all the four methods I will repeat now. One is prep, point, reason, example, point. Second one, which leaders use, is what, so what, now what, state the fact, so what, explain why it matters, and now what, give actions or implications. Then you can use rule of three, point one, two, and three, and point, solution, benefit. Define the pain point clearly. Solution, present your ideas or the approach that you have, and then benefit, show complete outcome. So here are my tips, and I don't see many of you in the chat right now. Okay, but if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take. If no, no worries. Keep watching, keep going to my website, speakwithamee.com, register to my YouTube channel, and for more tips or more learnings that you need in communication area, connect with me at speakwithamee@gmail.com. Thank you.